Let me share with you an example. I would say the statement love is never lost, and specifically with Tarveen Kaur in my life, signifies a very, very important aspect of my life. As I shared with you, Tarveen, but I have not shared with the audience that I lost my sister almost 20 years back. And when I saw you, I felt that connect, and I felt that, that love has come back. So I somehow connected to you feeling that, it's my sister who's come back. And I think that's where the
day. I still remember that day, the moment, and how that happens. And see, exactly that's the thing. When you said love is never lost, you find it in another way. And how and when we didn't plan, we were into a different program. We were training and doing other things fundamentally, but emotionally, how it just got connected.
Exactly. So that is what I want to tell the audience today, that an incident which was extremely painful for me was stuck in my mind, and maybe so many blockages I had because of that. I just could not get away from that situation. So I was in a state of anxiety. The moment I would see a snake, the moment I would be remembered about death, I would get into that panic again. Anybody mentioned that was like a red flag coming. So this was how I actually abused my own mental health, by reliving those experiences again and again because of the trigger that I was getting, not knowing the kind of harm that I'm doing to myself. See, grief, pain, solitude, loneliness are killer diseases. They are killer diseases. They say that loneliness, if you're suffering from loneliness, it is like smoking 16 cigarettes in a day. Imagine the kind of damage to your lungs. Exactly the same kind of damage is happening when you are going through a phase of loneliness or depression or any mental trauma. Imagine 16 cigarettes a day. What is it doing to your lungs? The same thing is done to your lungs when you feel you are alone. But you do not realize the beauty that you are not alone. You are always guided.
So true. So I want to ask you something on this day of mental health, what we're talking. So people a lot of time say that, oh, this is something you're born with. You're a strong human being, you can control your emotion, and I am by nature such a person. And they so how would we, like, if suppose I'm asking you, because since you work so much with students and elderly people and all kind of genres of people, with also corporates, that how do we work on the emotional intelligence, because there's a lot of conditioning that has happened. So imagine so
Yes.
as a trainer also, when we go into any room, step into the room, people can be skeptical about you, thinking that, okay, what are you going to teach us what we don't know, or what are you going to share with us? That is one kind of blockage. Another is people think that, no, this is destiny. Life is going to just, this is whatever is happening to me is destiny, or it is something. But how do, for me, I personally believe that emotional health can be changed and created, and your destiny can be changed and created. Do you want to share something on this? Like, what is your insight on this, and how do we differentiate between something which is like you and me? When we met, I will not say it was an accident or a coincidence, but I think it was a divine intervention.
Yes.
Because it was just an accident, and I think that's what you said, like, okay, then you move on in your life. But we, after that, have united and come much more closer, both professionally and personally.
Yes. So, what I want to say is, first and foremost thing that we can do to make that statement that you said come true is we create our destiny. Yes, I'm a firm believer of that. Is an awareness. You have an awareness. So I again put this question to the audience, that you can think about a particular aspect of yourself where you really think that you need to change. For example, are you overthinking? Are you constantly going back to the past? Are you a person who is always trying to put blame onto others? Are you a kind of person who is not able to handle the emotions and does not know how to behave in a particular situation? Just try to be aware. Now, everybody is a product of their circumstances. So the second aspect comes That once you're aware that you have an issue, I know that I have a problem, then I'll work towards it, right? So once you become aware of an issue, then you can go back that this issue might not even be yours. You could have picked up from the environmental conditions. You could have picked up when you were in your mother's womb. You could have picked it up from even a emotional scene on the television. I can
True.
share about this. So what happens is, first thing, be aware. Be aware of what is the issue. If I know that I have an issue, I need to know what is that issue. So be aware of that issue, and you can be aware by observing yourself, observing your thoughts, your words, your deeds, your actions. What are the words that you use? What are the thoughts that come to your mind? Because in a day, approximately, we get around 60 to 70,000 thoughts, out of which only 40% we are conscious of. And out of that, hardly 10% is what we are actually working on to. Right? So you need to be aware of which thoughts are you going to give priority and allow it to control your life. Right? So an awareness is very essential. Second is, you can go back and find out what is the conditioning. We have a lot of processes in our in psychotherapy and in many other modalities by which we can come to that state from where that conditioning is picked up. I'll share with you a very important example which I had read earlier. There was this lady who, was a very beautiful human being, and she was very dutiful, loyal, respectable, everything. She got married, and how much ever she tried, she had a loving husband, a beautiful husband, but how much ever she tried, she would not be able to conceive, and there is medically nothing wrong with her. So then she went to a psychotherapist and found out what is the basis of it. And it's so beautiful to know how our life situations shape our life. So later on, it was revealed by the therapist that this lady was going through a parenting syndrome. As in, she had four smaller siblings. Mother had to go out to work. Father was not living with them. So she was like a substitute parent. And because of that, she had to attend to her studies, do the housework, and take care of her siblings. So she came to the role of a parent. And at that one particular moment, when it was so difficult for her, she decided that in her life she will never have kids. And this is all happening subconsciously, because she felt it like a burden. So the emotions which she attached that incident to was so strong that it became a schema or a thought in her embedded in her subconscious mind, which actually blocked her reproductive organs and did not allow it to function normally. So once this blockage was removed by the therapist, the next month she conceived and had a baby. So it is a proper understanding of what you have gone through to bring about a particular belief that you had, and because of the beliefs you have created your destiny. That's why they say our thoughts shape our future, right? So awareness of what is the issue. Secondly, understanding the conditioning or how that thing got into your head. And thirdly, removing it out from there and doing what is called as cognitive restructuring. You restructure the entire process and you put it forward according to how you want it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's why I call myself a life designer, and I say designing is something that is so beautiful, but by understanding the intricacies of all these aspects which I put forward.
Thanks for viewing, and I'm sure you've had a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share as much as possible so that others too can be enlightened. We'll be happy to bring you more and more videos, and if you have any queries with regards to personal development and personal growth, do write to us at seminarbiji@gmail.com or message us on 8355 824 990. I win when you win. God bless.